let's end it with some good memories, like you would at the end of a funeral reception. Best memories from the Chicago Blackhawks season for you personally.
One of which that I will absolutely agree with. I know Tony's going to bring it up, so I will leave it for him to take. But certainly one in terms of the current team, Taylor Radish. Taylor Radish is going to be a fun player. I think he's going to develop into a nice player here for the Chicago Blackhawks for a long time. Big body, power forward, has a really nice shot. Showed that offensive prowess at the end of the season once given the opportunity and not playing 8 minutes a night like he was in Tampa.
We have a Four Feathers announcement. Taylor Radish is now officially the new face of Just Fucking Crank It, by the way. Sorry, Dominic Kubalik, you've been replaced.
Yes, it's exciting. It's exciting. Taylor Radish is going to be fun. That's certainly one a kind of a good memory for me this year. It was a good way to kind of end the year once they brought him into the fold. And it was congratulations to Pat Foley. Johnny and I were lucky enough to be served Bud Lights by him at a Blackhawks game. One of the best to ever do it. When I call games at St. Xavier, I use the tree every opportunity I get. He's certainly going to be a guy that's going to be loved forever. I'm super happy for Chris Fosters. I think he's going to build himself into being well-liked. He's a Chicago guy who's born and raised here. I think that you'll start to see that come out now that he's been named the guy. But there is always and forever only one Pat Foley, and he'll be a legend that we can all appreciate until the day we die. So that was certainly cool to see how he was sent off and properly so to a guy that is one of the greatest to ever do it.
I mean, I appreciate if you were saving this one for me, Ron, but the best moment of my Blackhawks season has to be watching Marian Hossa sign the one-day contract to retire as a Blackhawk and the announcements. I'm going to be forever grateful that I got to be in that atrium when that happened, and be with Johnny for that Blackhawks game when they made that announcement, just seeing him in the building. That's hands down the best moment that happened this year. I know that has nothing to do with the current team. That has nothing to do with it's personal for me. Huge Marian Hossa guy, obviously, if you've listened to this show, but nothing tops that for me right now.
What gets me? Yeah, Tony, it was great being there with you. What gets me excited about that is imagine the party that Four Feathers is going to throw on the night of Marian Hossa's jersey retirement. They haven't announced the date.
Can we do 81 for 81 again?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because
I think you might hit it yourself that day.
I might. Because, if there's one thing that I regret is just not appreciating Marian Hossa's career as a Blackhawk. I still remember being on Twitter when I saw all this shit coming out that he, there's breaking news and all this other stuff. And I just felt like I never had closure. I got my closure being there when he signed that contract. And that was a big moment for me as a Hawks fan, as a hockey fan, as a Marian Hossa fan. So again, just hands down, nothing topped it.
Yeah. All right. My favorite moments, as I had mentioned earlier, that win against Nashville, overtime first win for King. That was a great memory, great game to be at. Other than that, anytime Sam Lafferty did anything, love that guy. And also just the grin. I love that he just did not replace his teeth. I'm sure he's doing some dental work after the IHF Worlds, but I love the grin. We got some great pictures, screenshots out of him. And then other than that, experience-wise, Tony, when you and I went to that game against the Ducks in March, St. Patrick's Day night, we got the Peaky Blinders looking hats. We sat in the 200 level right there, and we were right at that end, and the Blackhawks scored 5 goals. Their best period by far. It was their best game of the season by far, most dominating effort, and they scored 5 goals all at our end. It was ridiculous. We would had ordered a beer, and we're getting up and spilling half of it because we're celebrating the next goal coming in, and that was just it was so good that they got a standing ovation, the whole arena. After the first period, and it felt like 2013 just for a moment in time there. So that was my favorite memory of the season.